Princess Anne, often regarded as the unyielding cornerstone of the British royal family, has recently disclosed a revelation that has left everyone astonished. After countless years of unwavering dedication and steadfast silence, her confession has rocked the foundations of Buckingham Palace. This isn't merely a sensational news item, it's a profoundly sorrowful reality that has left the entire royal household and the nation in a state of disbelief. It's the eerie calm preceding a tempest. For generations, Princess Anne has epitomized reliability within the monarchy. She's never sought the spotlight, nor has she ever faltered under pressure. Dubbed the Soldier Princess, a moniker earned through sheer grit, she undertakes more than 500 public commitments annually. Behind the scenes, she's the silent powerhouse, laboring tirelessly to maintain the family's cohesion, often outworking everyone else. Her reputation as the most trustworthy royal wasn't just hype. It was a well-established truth among palace insiders. Yet in the past few months, subtle changes have emerged. Her typically packed and rigorous itinerary has begun to lighten. Engagements have been discreetly canceled, appearances have been abbreviated, and her once vibrant energy has appeared subdued. During a charitable gathering earlier this year, observers noted her unusual reticence, allowing others to take the lead. Though she smiled, it lacked its customary warmth. In May, a palace confidant remarked, "She's present, but there's an exhaustion we've never witnessed before." These signs surfaced amid an already turbulent period for the royals, with King Charles undergoing health treatments, Catherine, Princess of Wales, in prolonged recovery, and mounting public scrutiny over the monarchy's future. This made Anne's subtle withdrawal all the more alarming. When the family's most steadfast member began exhibiting hints of deeper turmoil, it couldn't be ignored. And what transpired next caught everyone off guard. The concealed battle comes to light. After weeks of hushed rumors, the facts began to emerge. Princess Anne had sustained a head injury from a severe horse-related accident at Gatcombe Park in June. Officially described as a mild concussion accompanied by memory impairment, sources near the family suggested it was far more grave than initially portrayed. The palace, renowned for its guarded communications, issued a brief statement assuring that she was recuperating and anticipated a complete recovery. But the wording felt overly formal and rushed. One poignant remark from Anne herself, after regaining some recollection, stood out. "I can't recall anything from that day." For a figure known for her sharp intellect and ironclad control, this admission was deeply shocking to both insiders and the public. Was this a fleeting issue? Could there be enduring consequences? These queries intensified. Further revelations surfaced. She was airlifted to Southmead Hospital in Bristol, monitored closely for days, and her resumption of duties was indefinitely postponed, an unprecedented step for someone who has soldiered through illnesses without hesitation. The tragedy was amplified by the stark contrast. The eternally poised and unbreakable royal now grappling with a situation beyond her command or memory. The family offered scant commentary, their silence a deafening testament to the underlying emotional turmoil. This wasn't merely an accident. It was a poignant exposure of Anne's humanity and the fragility of even the mightiest individuals, the shattering disclosure. When Buckingham Palace at last verified the facts in late June 2025, following weeks of speculation and escalating worry, the announcement carried a chilling weight. Princess Anne was enduring post-traumatic memory loss stemming from the serious equestrian mishap. Despite efforts to soften the language, the severity was unmistakable. This wasn't a simple bump. It had inflicted genuine, lasting damage, destabilizing the family at its core. The public caught their first glimpse of Anne post-hospitalization at a private family event in early July. Although she smiled and waved, something fundamental had altered. Her gaze lacked its former acuity, her movements were slower, and she was closely guarded by aides. She refrained from addressing the press, a departure from her reputation for sharp, witty responses. As one royal analyst observed, it was Anne, but not the Anne we're accustomed to. Then came the statement that pierced through all defenses. In a meticulously crafted message, Anne confessed, "There are aspects I simply can't remember. It's disorienting, but I'm navigating it day by day." Hearing these words from the royal deemed impervious was profoundly unsettling. For the public, it evoked heartbreak. For the family, it instilled fear. Royal journalists dissected her demeanor, highlighting her restrained emotions and evident distress, with body language specialists noting her clenched hands and fleeting glances toward her daughter Zara, who remained steadfastly by her side. Yet it transcended physical cues. It was the emotional undercurrent. Anne was venturing into uncharted waters, compelling the family to confront it openly for the first time in years. The timing compounded the blow. Arriving as King Charles continued his treatments, Catherine persisted in her recovery, and the royal agenda was already in upheaval. Anne's choice to speak, albeit briefly, lent gravity to the revelation. She resisted but recognized the necessity of authenticity. This transcended a personal health issue. It evolved into a national reckoning, affirming that even the sturdiest royals can be profoundly affected. For Anne, it heralded a phase rife with uncertainties, the royal family's response. Within palace confines, the atmosphere was heavy with sorrow. While the public received a polished account, the internal reactions were visceral and heartfelt. Prince Edward was reportedly the first to be briefed directly after Anne's physicians informed the king. Insiders described the senior royal's response as initial shock followed by profound quietude. The sibling they all depended on, the one who steadied them, now required their support. King Charles, contending with his own health challenges, was reportedly crushed. He and Anne share an exceptionally close bond, despite their contrasting temperaments. A source succinctly captured his sentiment. He was devastated. She's his lifeline. Though he maintained appearances, canceling only a single commitment that week. His demeanor at a Windsor Castle event in July betrayed his inner turmoil, distant, preoccupied, strained. Soon after the news broke, family members, including Zara and Peter Phillips, convened at Gatcombe Park. This wasn't a staged gathering. No cameras, no forced smiles, just kin striving to comprehend the incomprehensible. A former palace aide disclosed that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie also extended private gestures of encouragement, volunteering to assist with responsibilities. The entire royal apparatus, typically rigid and regimented, suddenly felt intimate and vulnerable. Among the staff, the upheaval was equally palpable. Courtiers, many with over 3 decades of service alongside Anne, expressed incredulity. A senior team member was overheard stating, "She's the one who never falters. She never requires aid." This defies logic. Schedules were disrupted, prompting immediate deliberations on redistributing her commitments in the ensuing months. Most striking was the reticence from certain quarters. Prince William offered a concise message of solidarity during an appearance, while Camilla remained conspicuously absent from the spotlight. Prince Harry and Meghan reportedly contacted privately, but issued no public remarks, fueling conjecture. Yet this silence was perhaps the most revealing. Even those estranged from the family sensed the tremor. This wasn't merely an update. It was a clarion call. The family's emotional nucleus had been struck, and for an institution reliant on facades, the fractures were now glaring. Public revelation versus private anguish. As the palace corroborated Anne's condition, the story exploded across headlines instantaneously. Major media outlets blared titles such as "Princess Anne grapples with memory loss following horse accident," "Royal pillar trembles," "Nation awaits." Beneath the sensationalism and urgent alerts lay a subtler, more agonizing reality. Genuine suffering concealed as long as feasible. For Anne, this territory was alien. She has perpetually delineated her public obligations from her personal life. Now that boundary was eroding. The palace had no recourse but to unveil the truth, as rumors had proliferated unchecked. Yet in doing so, they unveiled one of their most guarded figures at her nadir. Insiders revealed her profound discomfort with the scrutiny. One noted, "She despises commotion. She doesn't desire pity." Notwithstanding, the public's outpouring was immense. Social platforms erupted with empathy and astonishment. Many reminisced about her relentless decades of service, emphasizing that Anne never opted for shortcuts. A user posted, "If even Anne is suffering, the family's in serious disarray." Others recounted encounters, praising her kindness, humor, and perceptiveness. Still, Anne confronted an arduous challenge, sustaining poise before cameras, engaging audiences, and upholding her stature while privately contending with disorientation, memory gaps, and the trauma of forgetting a basic event like her injury. Royal historian Dr. Eleanor James encapsulated it aptly. "This surpasses health. It's about identity. Anne has defined herself through duty. This undermines that bedrock." The media's role added complexity. Tabloids veered toward invasiveness, speculating on her condition's extent, potential retirement, and parallels to prior royal crises. The palace countered subtly, issuing sparse updates and pleading for discretion. Yet, in the modern news landscape, such appeals often go unheeded. This extended beyond a health bulletin. It was a glimpse into the precarious equilibrium between royal persona and personal torment. For Anne, it tested her endurance not solely physically but emotionally under global scrutiny, the repercussions on her endeavors and stature. Princess Anne has perpetually been the monarchy's indefatigable laborer. With over 20 active patronages, numerous military ties, and daily commitments, she set a pace unmatched by peers. Following the accident and ensuing memory loss, that momentum ground to a halt, igniting a covert internal upheaval at the palace. Promptly, numerous summer events were canceled or reassigned. Roles she'd championed for years, such as those with the Princess Royals Trust and the Royal College of Midwives, were temporarily suspended. In private, staff discreetly reorganized calendars, delegating her tasks to lesser royals, and liaising with charities to manage expectations. A high-ranking palace official conceded, "We've never had to restructure around Anne. It's unprecedented." The emotional strain weighed heavily on Anne, too. Her public role wasn't merely employment, it was her essence. Being compelled to retreat even briefly was likely crushing. As a royal insider shared, she feels she's disappointing others. She's unaccustomed to needing respite. This remorse, intertwined with dread of memory lapses, reportedly left her exasperated and occasionally withdrawn. Public sentiment also evolved not adversely but toward profound empathy. Suddenly, observers perceived not the impervious princess, but a woman confronting vulnerability while striving to contribute. It fostered a novel admiration, a richer bond. For many, it was the inaugural moment they viewed Anne beyond royalty, as someone enduring hardship yet persisting. As weeks stretched into months, inquiries amplified. Would Anne reclaim her full load? Might she permanently reduce her involvement? Could this signal her gradual exit from royal duties? The palace withheld definitive answers, perhaps unable as the future remained opaque. One certainty emerged. This episode has redefined perceptions of Anne. No longer solely the tireless figure, she's now the one who persevered until her body intervened. Even in hiatus, her influence endures. The familial emotional aftermath. Anne's disclosure's effects transcended official communiques and altered timetables. They permeated the royal household, where sentiments are habitually masked by courteous expressions. The fallout unleashed waves of subdued sorrow, anxiety, and introspection. This surpassed mere health concerns. It served as a stark reminder that even the formidable are not impervious. Her spouse, Sir Timothy Lawrence, has long been her unobtrusive anchor. Post-incident, insiders observed his infrequent displays of unease. An aide remarked, "He's been her bedrock for years, but this rattled him." He's now shielding her vigilantly. The pair, typically low-key, reportedly secluded themselves at Gatcombe Park throughout July, eschewing public view to prioritize her healing. Her offspring, Zara and Peter, were profoundly impacted. Zara, in particular, was described as devastated. She and Anne share not only maternal ties, but a profound camaraderie forged through shared passions for equestrian pursuits, athletics, and autonomy. At subsequent events, Zara appeared more subdued, evading lenses. Associates noted her bearing the emotional burden her mother once carried. Within the broader clan, introspection prevailed. Prince Edward, Anne's sibling most akin in diligence, reportedly spent evenings with her following the announcement. His presence offered silent solace, not solutions, but companionship. King Charles, amid his personal trials, was emotionally overwhelmed. A confidant revealed, "He's always relied on Anne. Now he's uncertain whom to turn to." Royal customs, gatherings, rites, and assemblies suddenly felt burdensome. The customary Balmoral sojourn, typically a respite of unity, adopted a melancholic hue. Dialogues shifted, fewer jests, more interludes, more stillness. A royal watcher summarized, "The ambiance altered. They've all been jolted by life's fragility." This toll wasn't isolated. It reshaped familial dynamics. Slower, more deliberate, more reflective. Beneath the grandeur, a quiet mourning unfolded. Though unspoken, their countenances, vitality, and absences conveyed volumes. The wider royal ramifications. Anne's ordeal didn't merely unsettle her kin, it destabilized the institution itself. The monarchy hinges on stability and perpetuity. Anne incarnated both. Her abrupt frailty provoked arduous, unsettling interrogations about continuity, when the most reliable element weakens. Internally, the palace faced quandaries. Who could supplant her? None match her dedication or fervor. While junior royals like Beatrice and Eugenie volunteered aid, Their inexperience pales beside Anne's seasoned authority. Even Edward, esteemed, is overburdened aiding the king and queen. The void Anne leaves is irreplaceable. Messaging posed another dilemma: disclose more or safeguard privacy? The palace opted for prudence. Terse statements, scant details, limited media interaction. Yet the public craved elaboration, breeding tension. Sympathy for Anne mingled with intrigue about palace intrigues. The narrative broadened. The royals are aging. With Charles in therapy, Catherine convalescing, and Anne in crisis, it depicts a monarchy in precarious balance. The younger cohort isn't primed to assume the mantle, and elders exhibit strain. As a commentator stated, this is a transitional phase, more delicate than admitted. Publicly, it transformed royal perceptions. Anne was once seen as indomitable, now human. This might tarnish the image short-term, but long-term, it could bolster. People seek authenticity, not perfection. Anne's candor, though restrained, delivered rarity. Vulnerability sans drama. Ultimately, it compels re-evaluation of succession, assignments, and internal support. If Anne can be sidelined by trauma, who is truly equipped to lead and who nears their limits? This wasn't isolated. It signaled institutional overhaul. The antiquated approach may suffice no longer. The inflection point, recovery or metamorphosis. As Anne's plight permeated public consciousness, focus pivoted to prospects. Would she recuperate and resume with prior vigor? Or initiate transformation, a subtle reorientation of purpose? In August 2025, officials affirmed her comfortable rest and ongoing healing, but offered no specifics. Privately, her calendar stayed vacant. Key roles, like those in the Royal Yachting Association and St. John Ambulance, were transferred or paused. Though not deemed permanent, preparations commenced for potential diminished capacity. Yet Anne's history suggests resilience. She's the one who declined leave post-surgery, attending duties with an immobilized limb. Work defines her. A confidant quoted, "If ambulatory, she'll labor." Yet this differs. Memory loss is capricious, emotional, uncontrollable. Whispers suggest she might pivot, championing head injury awareness or mental health, transmuting pain into advocacy. For this, familial backing is vital, alleviating duties, granting space, enabling self-defined recovery. As the public observes with admiration and concern, the narrative evolves from frailty to renewal. Still, anticipation persists. Her recovery's extent and royal future's alteration remain unknown. One truth, a paradigm has shifted, and Anne's trajectory will forever differ. The unwritten horizon and its significance. With the commotion subsiding, a pivotal query lingers: what follows? For Anne, the path is ambiguous. Memory might fully return or persist. She could gradually resume duties or redefine her backstage role. Yet this juncture will imprint not solely her, but the monarchy. Its resonance surpasses a fleeting story. It touches profundity. For epochs, Anne was the monarchy's immovable pillar. Witnessing its wobble, albeit momentarily, underscores the brittleness of even venerable traditions. The public, often cynical toward royals, responded with authentic care. Why? The facade slipped, revealing humanity. Her legacy may evolve. Beyond workload, she might be recalled for resilience, demonstrating that the seemingly invincible can stumble, pause, and rebuild, inspiring emulation. This also mandates royal introspection, succession, transparency, expectations. Royals are no longer immutable icons. They're mortals, maturing, persevering, adapting. A historian noted previously permanence, now resilience, subtle yet potent. Anne's tribulation, painful as it is, may propel the monarchy forward, not pompously, but honestly. The ultimate query: will this unite the family, enforce palace reforms, or fade as a sorrowful chapter? Time alone will reveal. The saga continues, the future for Anne and the monarchy, unwritten. As Anne confronts this intimate struggle, the family stands in stunned silence. The disclosure has altered all. Will full recovery ensue? Will her function endure unchanged? Clarity exists on one point: this defines the ensuing era, not merely for Anne.